everyone, welcome back to Mohana Astrology. Rajshri here, and today I'm going to discuss about Venus's transit to its exaltation sign of Pisces. So this video is not only about Venus's current transit to Pisces, but here I'm also going to discuss about what happens when you have exalted Venus in your birth chart and how to understand its strength, how to understand its power in your own birth chart. Now, Venus has transited to Pisces, its exaltation sign, on 17th of March. Now, Venus gets exalted at 27 degree of Pisces. We all know that Pisces is a Jupiter sign, and Venus is not a friendly sign, not a friendly planet for Jupiter. So why suddenly does Venus gets exalted in the sign of Jupiter? The reason being, beneath all the glamour and glitter and the luxury that Venus promises in the materialistic life, there lies a highly spiritual essence of this planet. Venus in Vedic astrology is actually Daitya Guru Shukracharya, who had this immense knowledge of Mrita Sanjivani mantra, a very rare mantra which is supposed to bring the dead alive. Now, in deeper spiritual meaning, what is dead and what is bringing that dead alive is a different discussion altogether. I'm not going to get into that kind of discussion today because I need to then, bring in the Vedantic concepts and this and that. So maybe at a later stage, I can do that as well. But for all practical purposes and for today's discussion, bringing the dead alive means bringing our dead soul alive by the power and strength of spirituality. And what can be a better sign than Pisces to experience that exalted spirituality, to experience that divine oneness with everyone and with the Almighty? That is what Pisces is all about. And without Venus's blessings, you cannot really progress in the spiritual life. Therefore, two universal gurus, that is Dev Guru Jupiter and Daitya Guru Venus, are joining hands in the 12th house of the zodiac, that is the house of moksha and liberation, and in the sign of Pisces, which is the highly spiritual sign, to create this energy of self-realization and liberation from materialistic world. This is the true essence of exaltation of Venus in the sign of Pisces. Now, many of us may have born with exalted Venus in our birth charts, and some of us have this exalted Venus in the 12th house as well. So are all of us this divine and this liberated souls who have, come to, understand the meaning of life in this lifetime? Not really, It has rather been found that many of the people who are having exalted Venus in the birth chart are in substance abuse, are having multiple relations, and a little bit of, kind of wishy-washy in their lifestyle, are not concrete in their thoughts. So what happens to this divine energy that it doesn't manifest in these people's lives? What is the reason for that? So to check how this exalted Venus is working for you in your birth chart, we need to check quite a few things. Firstly, we have to check in which house this exaltation is taking place. If it is taking place in the malefic houses, naturally malefic houses, then it's of course a very different energy from its, its better counterpart. And we also need to check how close Venus is to its exaltation degree, that is 27 degree of Pisces. Closer it is to its exaltation degree, better the results. And similarly, we need to check as well about the other planets' positions and how these planets are influencing the exalted Venus in your birth chart. You need to check if any planet is conjunct with this Venus. Now, if a benefic is conjunct or a benefic is aspecting exalted Venus, it's wonderful. All the good things are going to manifest. But if a malefic is conjunct with this Venus and a malefic is aspecting this Venus, then it can create difficult energies around it. So the divine energy here is not really expressed. Say, for example, let's take the example of current transit. Venus currently is in its exaltation sign of Pisces, but it is conjunct, very closely conjunct with Sun. That's why it's combust. At the same time, Saturn from the 10th house, from the natural 10th house, is casting its third aspect to this Venus. So this Venus is combust. This Venus is also getting aspect from Saturn. So it's not at all a very nice energy for this Venus, although it is exalted. So this is a highly afflicted, extremely stressed out Venus that we are experiencing currently. On top of that, a debilitated Mercury is going to join this Venus on 1st of April. So, it's like, if I can draw a parallel, say for example, a doctor who operates really well in the hospital is himself or herself sick. So is unable to provide support, provide healing to others. And on top of that, it's being joined by another colleague who is also sick. So you can understand how this energy actually can work. Although it's exalted, it's unable to perform at its peak level. It's unable to, forget about peak level, it's unable to perform even. So overall, we cannot really expect great results from this exalted Venus in transit this time. Then, if we want to go deeper, we need to then check in which nakshatra the exalted Venus is sitting in, and where is the nakshatra lord sitting in the birth chart, and what is the condition of that nakshatra lord, whether it's in a good strength or that nakshatra lord is weak. We need to see the Navamsha chart as well. It's very important. We need to see in Navamsha where the Venus is sitting. Now, an exalted Venus, which is also Vargottama, is a wonderful Venus. So it's going to give all the good results to the native. It's going to, harness all the beautiful stuff that it promises in that person's life. So that's why what I have found in my experience is an exalted Venus in Navamsha is much more potential than an exalted Venus in the birth chart, where, if it is exalted in the birth chart, it can be debilitated in Navamsha. But if it is exalted in Navamsha, then no matter whatever situation is in the birth chart, that still has the good and solid backing of the exalted Venus, which is in the Navamsha. Now, after checking all these, the final stage comes where you need to check if you are getting the Mahadasha of this exalted Venus. Now, say if your Venus is wonderful, it's placed very well in the chart, but you are not getting the Mahadasha of this Venus. So all the good promise that is there because of this Venus is not getting a chance to manifest itself in your life. But however, you can experience some of its good results, some of its good effects during the Antardasha of the Venus. But again, there comes a condition. If the Mahadasha Lord is actually allowing this Antardasha Lord Venus to operate in a good way for you. So you can see that there are many conditions, many ifs and buts, and so many other parameters that we need to fulfill before we can understand whether a planet, even though it's exalted, is going to be good for us or not. And it actually applies not only to Venus, to all other planets. Now, for this transit of Venus, there are a few things that I would like to mention. That is, the eye patients who are already having some eye issues need to be a bit careful during this time. Try to avoid any kind of auspicious events during this time. If possible at all, try not to get engaged in a romantic relation. Shelve it for a little longer. There are better times coming. Do not commit anything right now. And lastly and most importantly, take care of your finance and your marriage. So everyone, this is what I had to discuss about exalted Venus in the birth chart and also in the transit. If you like this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel. That helps me to grow this channel and bring more and more videos for you. And lastly, if you want to have a consultation from me, you can reach me at mohanaastrology@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. May God bless us all.